right, this is a little mock-up session. We got the water pumps on, we got the block in, transmissions in, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Now we're putting the manifold, setting that in, and the carburetor. We want to see how things are lining up and what problems we may have and what we got to fix. So we're going to try the generator, see what we got there for clearance, which we doubt we do, which we know we don't.
Because this has to fit right here.
Yeah.
There's a big bolt that goes here, the fan is right here.
Yeah.
But there's 2 inches of overlap because of the carburetor the owner has chosen, which is not bad, but it doesn't go with this.
So, there's one solution is alternator, which we don't want to do. I think the generator made to look, alternator made to look like a generator. I think that's a little shorter, isn't it?
Might be, we'll have to check the length. They make one, yeah.
Yeah.
Or they do make offset brackets
Yeah. that'll
hang the generator off one side or the other. And that would actually clear right there pretty well.
Then what do you do with the fan?
The fan, I don't know. Because it does hang off. That's what these 4 holes here are for. In fact, I got it laying right there.
Yep.
The fan bolts on to the generator, thusly.
I don't know if they can see that. Yeah.
That's where it bolts on. So that would keep it centered about right there if it was in the right spot, which would be probably a good spot. We brought the radiator to the Model A radiator. We don't have a new radiator with the proper outlets.
I'm going to set it there. I'm going to leak down there.
So,
Right there.
is that them?
Yep.
There's
And there. And then,
there's where they go. It would be tight. Yeah, I brought the rods.
yeah. Let's go ahead. Yep. Yeah.
Over here.
Come on. Work with me.
In the right number of washers or whatever.
Yeah. Separate the washers. You know how they argue if you don't.
Here.
That's that carburetor.
Oh, that fan will clear. I was just trying to do fan clearance. Set the carburetor out of the way. Oh, everything but the top radiator outlet, but they're going to be on the outside because it's a flathead.
That didn't help.
Clears the bars, clears the because that outlet won't be there. It'll be outer. It'll be outboard.
Yeah, there'll be 2.
Flathead outlets.
One on each side.
So that's. I've heard people say they have to trim like an inch off of the blades, but if everything else stays the same, we won't have to trim anything on these. Oh no, I'm not near far enough out. Why am I not out where the... I'm nowhere near the pulleys on the...
Oh yeah. That's got to come way out.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near that.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Manifold's where it's supposed to be. Water pump's different?
The ones that the kit called for, he bought them. They're supposed to be for this kit. They're truck manifolds. But that's mainly this height here. I don't know about this depth because that's what's, because yeah, these are way too long, tall, whatever you want to call it. Because even with the crank pulley, wrong crank pulley, this one's got another crank pulley over there. This has got narrow belts. That'd actually be pretty good if it had the wide belt. So why is this so far off? Something's wrong on this. Generator mount or a spacer or something. Yeah.
It's showing up better.
Yeah. Some of these are normal problems, but we didn't source all these parts, so I don't have the research trail behind them because we're that far off. We're like a whole generator pulley off. He brought some extra parts.
Because see, what's on the other flathead for the 40?
It's all offset stuff now because we
That's
got
right.
AC, generator 3, 2s,
Yeah.
and all that. Now his original stuff might be helpful, which is not right. At least it goes.
Yeah, which end goes in?
Oh, it's got an oil slinger, so I stuck that in first. But that one's a goddamn closer right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that external section is for. And it's stamped steel. This one's cast. Who that? That our boy?
Yep.
Yeah. These are
They stick out.
even farther.
Yeah.
Well, but they're offset. Like I said,
Now.
they stick out two different. And look, they got two different diameters. Because this has two different diameters.
Yep.
So we have. He's right on this, except something's up here, and this is just.
Do they make an adapter or a spacer
For
the
this?
front of this and shims it out?
Maybe, or an adapter here
Yeah.
that pulls this out.
Look and see. I'm recording right now.
Oh,
All right. The owner's here, so
we
we're
shall
gonna
return.
shut it down for a little bit, and we'll be back.
All right. One little update on the front of the motor. We put the water pumps on, of course, because that's what mounts on the brackets, and it's in the right place. And then we got a surprise because this mount on this generator puts the generator too far back and hits the carburetor. So change of plans on that. This band here is the 1950 Merc generator clamp. So the generator's got the little hole in it that locates it on the clamp bottom, and that lines up the pulley good with these two pulleys. So that's what we're going to go with, and then the fan mounts right there. It's got a solid front, it's got these 4 holes. It goes right there. We had the radiator on a while ago. Everything clears, and we're connecting with the Brassworks radiator place, and that guy knows. He's got drawings for everything apparently, and so we haven't finalized it, but he knows what we need, and we're going to get the radiator from him, because it's got to have the 2 outlets, top and bottom, everything for a flathead, and the Model A doesn't have any of that. So it's going to be a lot easier than trying to modify this radiator for this engine. So that goes there, and so then the last piece of the puzzle was the crank pulley, and we didn't have one because the crank pulley for the Mercury motor was a narrow belt. All this stuff is wide belt, and so I got one, and of course it won't fit with the cross member.
Ouch.
Ouch. So today I'm going to put the cross member forward, put this on, verify that all this lines up, and then I don't know if you can see it there. This is the ear off the generator, so this ear will get cut off. We'll smooth it all up and make it pretty, and then that will be the front of the engine. This is where the distributor mounts. It comes up here. There's the little clamp for it. We know that'll fit. That's not an issue. But this will clean up all of our pulley stuff. We'll have the fan. Then when we get the new radiator, whenever, there's a 6 to 8 week lead time, he says, and then we've got plenty of stuff to do, because we've still got to weld the cross member to the frame, box the frame, all that stuff after.
Pull the body off.
After the chop gets welded up, after he finishes all the welding, then the body's coming off, and it'll go on a cart, and then we'll focus on the frame for a few weeks or more, and then it'll go from there. So just wanted to give you an update. We got all new parts coming in, and you can see this is an old oil bath cleaner. We've got the fuel pump sitting in the back. It clears, but just barely. There's like 1/8 of an inch or less. So we are going to get some kind of small relief on the firewall. We're going to fill all these extra holes. We've got them marked up and make it pretty. And that's what's happening. So away we go.
A belt generator. Want to see if it works?
Yeah, I tried one yesterday, and the first one I found was 53.5 inches long, I think, and I'd measured it, and the only way I could get it on was take the generator off, so it was not right, and it was too tight even then. So I found the list. A lot of times you just have to go online and find it was a Gates truck belt. And so I found the list, and I picked the next one up, and then went back to O'Reilly and punched the number in, and they've got one. So now I can try this one. I have no clue. I might just fall under it. May have to. I'm up a little bit, so we'll get to 7/8 wrench, and we'll just try it. Daddy, why does this one feel exactly the same? No, it's the other number. Yeah, it's in there.
It's drawn, and I saw it when you tightened it. They were straightening out
That
the
is,
generator.
I'm at the very, I got no down adjustment. That's tight. Boy, that's a little tight for these belts.
Yeah, they don't. What was it you said the other day? They don't like a lot of tension.
No, they like
it
an
ruin-
inch of deflection.
Yeah,
you know,
'cause
where
it-
modern belts are half inch or whatever.
Yeah,
These older belts, the generator and the water pump bearings don't need that much tension. They don't like that much tension.
it'll tear out your water pumps.
So I gotta go, there you go, one more size up. That would work if you're on the side of the road in South Oklahoma.
Do you need a milk crate to carry with you?
You gotta have a milk crate to
So
carry.
you got something to sit in?
Yeah.
Okay.
One more order. I would just normally order 2 or 3 belts and just keep them, but these are like $30 a piece, so I'm not keeping them. Because the next one was a pretty big step up. This is like 55 1/16, and the next one's like 7/8. And so that's why I didn't do the next step.
Yeah.
But the next one should be good. Yeah, I saw it sag just a little bit. There's just a tiny bit of clearance there.
Not much.
No. And with the radiator and everything in place, this would be very difficult.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't. The fan would be bumping the radiator trying to change the belt. So, yeah, we got it.
Well, we could always put the radiator in the trunk.
Yep.
Make a salt car out of it.
Mm-hmm. Then we'd have to come up with some kind of bullet nose.
Yeah. Yeah, you get quite a bit of adjustment though, don't you?
Oh, tons. My limiting factor, which we don't have the radiator, but is the
Hoses.
fan.
Yeah, the
in-
fan hitting the hoses,
hoses
or the
and
bottom of the
radiator.
radiator.
Yeah, because the tanks are here. I mean, the hoses.
Yeah.
Yeah. there's- That's it. Oh, yeah. All right. Back on the Model A. Ward has put together a body cart here. We don't put a lot of time into making carts because they're generally a one-time use. Because we just do a little bit of everything here, Winding Road Classics. So we've got angle iron that mimic the frame rails. He figured out the angles. We've got holes front and back for 4 of the body mount holes, and that'll hold it here, and that way we can finish everything inside while we're working on the chassis at the same time. So before we get that in, before we lift the body off, we got to do just a few things in here. Gonna take the shifter off, which was just barely sitting there. That screws onto the top, and so it would normally be pretty tight, but we've had it out, so this has all got to be cleaned up. We had it in here for mock-up. This just finger tight. Same reason. That was the e-brake handle, and it came with that bracket we showed y'all in a different video. And of course the steering column is connected to the dash with the drop down. But that means that to get to it, yeah, the tank needs to come out, but it's just sitting there. So we'll lift it out. Nope, gotta take stuff off the front. I got those valves on the front board. They're just finger tight. Alright. That's body. We put it in the body box. And we'll need a 7/16 because we did tighten that up.
Just one?
Better have two.
Well, while he's taking that off, I'll show you. We got Zach over here on the wheels playing NASCAR. You failed, by the way. Putting the wheels on because we're getting ready to yank this body. Need a hand?
Yeah, it's putting it in a bang. All I gotta do is pop that nut out. There we go. That's off. Yeah, so that's free floating.
Yeah.
You do have to clear it, but other than that, it's out of the way.
Pedals are okay. No, that brake, that outside pedal. That pedal's okay.
But there's no keepers on it.
I don't know how we did that. That one should be all right.
It should be, but oh, it. There. I'll just leave it right there. Just caught on the stop so it wouldn't go back. It wouldn't go sideways.
Now, the only thing we didn't do are these here.
I think that's just a pillar to subframe, isn't it?
I thought so.
Now one of these goes through that bracket down there, but I think it's.
I thought we got that one.
No, you got the one forward. You got this one, that one up there.
We'll know as soon as we give it a lift. If it needs a little more, we'll crawl in there and grab it.
Yeah.